When the thunder starts to roll.
Hey y'all,
Becomes a fight.
just sitting up here. I am
Put my gloves down.
looking forward to sharing this update with y'all around my egg donation journey. Y'all are gonna meet my baby daddies tonight. So definitely excited to introduce y'all to Keith and Omar as well. If y'all have questions, feel free to let us. I'm bringing them into the room now. Let's see if this actually works. This is the first time I'm doing this. It worked.
How it work?
Hey, Moose.
Hey.
So y'all, this is Keith and Omar. My baby daddy.
It's my baby mama. I was going to ask Alexa to cue that music, but I was like, let me not do
That would be a lot. So I've been coming on here. Oh, dang, but people can't see my belly. All right. I've been coming on here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay. I've been coming on here for the past like week or so, just sharing my egg donation journey and my egg freezing journey with folk. Um, as y'all know, it's been real interesting, real unpredictable, but thought it was important for people to see the process. And I shared how there wasn't a lot of Black people, a lot of Black women, like examples when we were doing our research and we were going through this. There definitely weren't a lot of Black queer people, like where we could research and see this. And so this is just kind of like an effort to share our story, answer questions, and all of that. So right now, I am about to do my final injection. I think, well, I guess we got a couple more. We got the trigger shot, but I'm about to do my final hormone injection. Um, I want to update the people on what happened because for those who have been following the egg journey, know that a day or 2 days ago, our doctor told us that we might have to cancel the cycle. Um, and your body reacts differently to hormone injections every single cycle. What we found a couple of days ago was that my ADs were not all growing at the same rate. And so our doctor called me in the office and was like, hey, Samantha, I'm really concerned. We actually might have to cancel this cycle. So I went to y'all, I went to IG and just really asked folks to send all of the positive energy my way in hopes that my ADs would catch up and we could do this egg retrieval so we can bring these Black babies into the world.
it. Beautiful Black babies.
Beautiful Black babies. And so what happened yesterday was they changed my treatment plan. I don't know if y'all know. So I was taking 225 was a dosage. They changed it to 150. And then I went in today, and the exciting news was that we are cleared to go and move forward with this egg retrieval. Yes, excitement. So I really just appreciate y'all for being with me throughout this whole process. And by y'all, I mean Omar and Keith, and everyone else who has been with and sending all the positive energy. Really excited that this egg retrieval is going to happen. And so before we get into Keith and Omar sharing us more about y'all, um, just wanted to finish like updating that part. So where we're at now. Hey y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. So where we're at now, they reduced my hormone shots again, so I'm about to give myself my final Gonal F shot. So we went from 225 to 150, and tonight y'all they're telling me to only take 75. So they continue to reduce it. The ABs have to grow a little bit more, and then I have to go in tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. they're going to do the last sonogram and blood work and determine whether or not they're going to do the trigger shot. What did I say? They're either going to do the trigger shot tomorrow or Sunday. And the trigger shot is what, to my understanding, it starts timing you so that you then ovulate, and that's able to for them to retrieve the eggs. So we're gonna do the trigger shot tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Sunday or Monday, and then we're gonna go in for the egg retrieval, which is really exciting. And then from the egg retrieval, they'll make the embryos that Keith and Omar know more about than I do. The only thing I'll share else about this process that is frustrating. So one is unpredictable as all hell, which y'all have seen. You never know how your body's gonna react. You never know how much medicine you need to take. And then also, it's hella expensive. I'm not paying for most of it, but it's still expensive, and I can recognize and appreciate you, Omar, and Keith, when he comes back on, for the dollars that y'all spending. We were told that I had to take a different type of medicine that we didn't order. So just to be completely transparent with y'all, right after I go to the clinic tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., I then had to drive to Fairfax, Virginia to pick up a new type of medicine. That's gonna cost, what is it, like $600 total. So
that's probably the cheapest medicine so far.
you're right. Yeah, it really is. So
That's the cheapest.
medicines are expensive, and you have to buy them without like really. At least I wasn't aware of them. They kind of tell you like last minute when you to buy them. So that's not cool, and something that folks need to prepare for if they're gonna go and on this journey. But yeah, thanks y'all for continuing to listen in. I'm just gonna pass it to like Omar and Keith. Tell us, Keith, is Keith next to you, Omar, or is he in this black screen?
So I came upstairs because we got a little feedback situation going on.
Oh.
It do look like we standing side by side though, right?
Yeah, but I can't see you. I don't know if other people can see you, but I can't see Keith. I can see Omar.
You can't see me?
I can see you. I can see Keith.
Can y'all see Keith? Why can't I? Well, go ahead. Tell the people who y'all are. What y'all been about? How did we get to this point of me being your baby mama?
And I want to add, this is our first time seeing you do the injection. So
right.
We are excited about that because she has been a trooper, and we thought we were going to jump in and help her out with that, but she went ahead and handled it. That's Sam.
Yeah, because Omar is a doctor. I didn't tell y'all that. And so, like, Dr. Omar is going to be giving me these injections. I felt real comfortable with it.
I am not a doctor, people. Just want to let y'all know that part. Keith and I, we both are very passionate about having children. I believe even before we met and got together. So I know I feel blessed that we were able to meet and come together and share those same passions. But we just didn't know how that was going to happen, how that was going to work, and Samantha is one of Keith's like sisters, basically. so Keith can explain how he got to know Samantha and take it from there.
Okay. Hey, I was gonna say Twitter world. All right, so full disclosure.
You know we're on Instagram, right?
I know. Full disclosure. I didn't know that on Instagram you can even like do this. Like I thought like Instagram was just where you take pictures and you don't even write captions. You just take pictures or whatever. So if anybody checks out my page, don't judge me because I don't write things. I just take pictures. So, I've been knowing Sam since grad school, like, moving to DC and going to a PWI. was very much so intimidating. So meeting like-minded people, I mean, better-minded people than what I am. Let's just keep that real, you know, and being able to form a relationship with Sam over these years has just been like crazy. But so I think this is a true story. We were at the wedding, we're at our wedding, and, you know, we were having a good time, getting lit, having a good time. And Sam was all like, yo, like, I'm serious about this. You know, if y'all trying to have kids, let's talk about it. You know, I don't mind being an egg donor. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. You know, people say sweet things during, like, you know, weddings and stuff. And I never wanted to put somebody out. So I'm like, oh, thank you for letting us know and stuff like that. So, you know, a year passed from our wedding, and, you know, now we getting serious about taking the next step. And Sam was like, yo, bro, I told your ass. Like, what's up? Like, let's figure this situation out. And immediately, you know, we start to talk down and work out the situation that we're currently in. This beautiful situation, like this gift of life that Sam is providing to us. And I ain't got no words for it, you know? But that's kind of like how we got here in a nutshell. I think I answered the question.
Yeah, I like to remind people that I am not the only person involved in this process. The three of us are not the only person involved in this process. I am not carrying. This belly is not going to get much larger than what you see now. So there's also a surrogate that is a part of this process. Can y'all talk a little bit about that?
Go ahead, babe.
So we have a person that's going to actually carry the child for us. She is someone that is one of my friends, and I met her through my job. One day, randomly, I was talking about Keith and I having children one day, and she literally was sat at the desk in front of me, and she turned around and she was like, I'll do it. So I didn't fully believe her. I was like, okay, whatever, you know. But as time went by, she was very consistent with it, and she just kept telling me that that's something that she actually always wanted to do. So, you know, I just finally, when we got ready to actually, Samantha and all of us got together, and we were going to start this journey. That I actually went and told Ashley, and she was like, yeah, this is that. I told you I wanted to. So, you know, when can we do it? She was pretty much ready like the next day. So yes, we have someone else is on board, and she's excited. She has 3 children already. So we're hoping to start her part of the journey in a month or so. That's it in a nutshell.
Go get that girl pregnant.
She's about to be carrying my Aggies.
Yep.
So funny story.
2 of them.
The first time I met Ashley was actually at the clinic. And so I was coming out after a little sonogram. I was coming out after a sonogram, and Omar comes up like, hey, baby mama. And I'm like, oh, hey, baby mama. What you doing? He's like, I'm here.
Who you with?
He's like, come meet the other baby mama. So I met Ashley. Everyone in the clinic, I feel like, wasn't really sure what the hell was happening. I feel like they were real confused. But it was so great to see Ashley, and I just feel so grateful for her. And I think I might have been like, oh my gosh, you about to have my eggs inside of you. It was real weird, real awkward, but it's just an amazing process to be a part of.
Yeah.
Can y'all tell the people, to the extent y'all are possible, like when we talk about the cost associated with this, what's that like?
Woo. So I think Omar's phone just died. I hear him running down the stairs. He probably gonna join in on mine. Like, there it is. We'll get comfortable in the kitchen. You know, like, thank God for like a lot of different things that has happened in both our lives that have allowed us to save. And also thank God for the District of Columbia, where I was able to purchase my first home, because without being able to refinance, this would not be possible. So, in general, there's like so many different steps. And I think that a lot of people don't talk about the cost of surrogacy for like to gay males, right? So there's still laws on the books that prevents gay men from like donating blood for like, 12 months. Oh, sorry, it's 3 months now. 3 months if you have been sexually active with a particular, person of the same sex. And because those laws are on the books and because sperm is considered tissue, you have to go through a whole process with the Federal Drug Administration, the FDA, that is pretty costly just so you can have your sperm analyzed and it be ready to go. So as gay males, there's additional cost for surrogacy. That cost was running us anywhere from, or it's still running us anywhere from, I think it's about 6,000 to about 8,000. That cost include like, analyzing sperm, making sure it's good, testing it for STDs, testing it for other, STIs, I think they call them now, and just making sure that we can donate that tissue to the egg per se and get that approved. In addition to that, everybody involved has to do FDA testing. So Samantha has to do FDA testing. So there's a cost associated with that.
FBI certified or something like that.
Certified fresh. Like literally, like don't they put those stamps on the egg still? Like when you buy from the grocery store?
FDA approved.
FDA approved. Sam got FDA approved eggs. And our surrogate, our gestational carrier, for people who don't like that surrogate word, she also has to be FDA approved. So for Sam, like her cost is like $600 each time she does the egg retrieval for all the FDA stuff. And then I'm gonna get Omar in the shot. Omar is taller than me too, y'all. Y'all just can't see it because I'm standing on this. Then we have to do the FDA cost for our surrogate, and that's going to run us about $1,000 because it's a little bit different. Because in addition to the cost that she has to do, the test that she has to do additional tests. So that's just that background, right? So I gave you $6,000 for us for FDA stuff, gave you $600 for Sam, and each time we do an egg collection, it's $600, and then it's $600, and then it's about $1,000 for we can say her name, right? Yeah, Ashley. So Ashley is our surrogate.
We've said her name like 10 times already.
I know, right? All right, so that's that cost. Then there's a cost associated with paying the surrogate, right? Because DC law doesn't allow people just to do it for free, in a sense. So we have to make sure we provide her a fee for doing it. Then we also have to provide her a fee for everything that's related to her pregnancy. So maternity clothes. The work that she's doing currently, like if she has to go on bed rest, we have to pay for those lost of wages. We have to pay for
therapists,
yes,
therapy,
food. When it comes to that, travel expenses to the doctor. So I don't want to say how much we paid her because that's her just say, what we did, but that was a chunk of money with everything. So I'll omit that price, but the other costs that are associated are, what am I forgetting, babe? Lawyer fees. Oh, yeah. Yo, lawyer fees. We have to have an A contract. We have to have a parenting rights contract. We have to have a surrogate contract. All that came up to about $7,000. For what will happen once the embryos are created, embryos meaning like when our sperms are mixed with Samantha's eggs, that's $14,000. And then we have, delivery costs and regular checkups, the medicines like Samantha is using to grow her follicles to produce more eggs. That's been like about $3,000 each time too. So overall, the costs are like anywhere from about $70,000, and that's barring, not what we're paying the surrogate. So about $70,000 to do all of that, including the surrogate's fee.
Yeah, crazy. I've been telling people that I don't think I've ever known. I've also never been obviously this like intimately involved in bringing children into this world, but it feels like the most intentional one. It's the most intentional thing I've ever done in my life, and it feels like the most intentional, like just like family planning process that most people don't have the privilege of being able to do, regardless of how you choose to bring children into this world. It's extremely intentional. A lot of money, a lot of emotional labor. Like y'all mentioned, we all had to go to therapy. We all had to meet with lawyers. Like all of that stuff has happened. And then I'll share, just for those who are watching that are interested in the egg freezing part. For egg freezing, and I shared that there's not really an additional step that I need to take as an egg donor because I was already committed to egg freezing. So per cycle for egg freezing, it's about between $8,000 and $9,000 per cycle, and each cycle, for it to be considered a good cycle that can produce a child, you're looking to have between 6 to 8 eggs. And so we're considering doing 3 cycles. We're on our 2nd cycle. And so we did it's like a buy 2, get 1 free type of deal. So for the egg donation and egg freezing, it was about $18,000 on top of like the medication and everything else that Keith just mentioned. So it doesn't come cheap, y'all. These are some expensive kids.
It's unfortunate though too, because it's like, yo, had I just been that dude from LA still, there's no way I will be able to afford this, right?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that so many people who wants to have like families, they just ain't gonna have the money to get it done, and it's hard to get loans from the bank for these kind of things too.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And laws kind of restrict, and I understand in some ways why, but in other ways, I think they're just unnecessary barriers. Laws restrict the type of like agreements between people that could be possible, that might make it like more affordable. Like we joke about it, but you know, the people who might just find someone who is their cousin or their friend, and try to do it in a way that's not involving a clinic, right? All of those things, like the law kind of prohibits from doing in a real way. What did y'all say, like using the turkey baster? I think people can actually still do it that way. Not legally, but if it works for you, I think I should try that first.
You know, Omar was adamant about that turkey baster. I almost, like, for our wedding, like, I was gonna buy him a turkey baster for like the present because he just kept talking about a turkey baster.
Hey, one of my friends.
I mean, it definitely makes sense to try that out first. And I haven't done the research to know the likelihood of it working, but I believe it works.
All you gotta do is use some Crisco as some lube. You could already buy Crisco when you buy you some of the turkey bacon.
There's a lot of barriers to this process, both financially and legally. And for those of you who have been able to find alternatives, I love it. I support it. And please drop your tips in the comments. So y'all, if y'all are like, what is she doing over here? So this is an ice pack. I have learned, for those who have to take these injections, that it's best to freeze or numb that area. And so I do that with the ice pack. I've been having this ice pack on. I've been having this ice pack on for quite some time now. Y'all will see I'm kind of red. Yeah, can y'all see that?
Yeah.
So it's completely numb. I really don't feel this shot at all. The other shot that I take in the morning, I do still feel somewhat. The needle isn't that bad. It's really thin. I swear I don't feel it. I'm not lying. And then I just make sure there's no air bubbles in it, and that I am taking the correct amount. So again, the doctor dropped my treatment to the 75 for the dosage. It was 225 where I started. So I just am going to inject it, get some good old fat, and inject. I don't know what to say.
See, Samantha is gangster.
Y'all stupid.
She gangster. Look at her. So you got that down to a science now.
And then I jiggle so that it can like circulate throughout my body. I don't know if that's a real thing. That's just what I do in my mind. I don't know if science backs that up.
When you just said that you jiggle, I thought you was gonna twerk or something.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on, Aggies.
And I was sharing with Lil, I sometimes do like a hot compress. In the case when it is sore, it doesn't usually get sore from this injection, but if it is sore, that helps almost instantly get rid of any type of discomfort or pain associated with it. And when you spend the $3,000 on your medicine, see what your money got? They send you this nice.
I was about to say, girl, why is it a sad face on the thing?
Hazard.
Oh, I know. I see it now. All that money, that shit better be happy.
Right. So that was my last hormonal shot for this cycle. I'm excited about it because I ain't think y'all 2 days ago. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I didn't think I was gonna make it here. My Aggies were doing their own thing. They went rogue for 2 whole days.
Do you tell the people how many Aggies you got so far?
I didn't. Did we start naming them yet?
The last time I remember the cycle that had a name was just Penelope.
It was a Penelope, yeah. So in our first cycle, they extracted 14 eggs, and then 12 of them were able to be frozen. I'm not really sure what that means, but we got 12.
12 were considered mature, right? They were mature.
They were mature and high quality, so we were able to freeze them. And then this cycle, so I went in today. I did not see my normal doctor. It was this white man in jogging sweats. Came in. I'll post a video later. And again, I was really nervous this morning because I was told that we might have to cancel my cycle. So I recorded the whole thing and we counted the Aggies. We are looking at probably 14, maybe 16 Aggies to be extracted probably on Monday or Tuesday, which is exciting. It's just the perfect amount that we need. To give y'all a little information about what it means to extract an egg and what these numbers mean. For egg follicles, they look for follicles, and the hormone injections are growing, basically, or maturing the eggs. Y'all correct me if anything I say is wrong. A mature egg is around the size of, I think, 18 millimeters or over. And so most of the 14 are at like 17 millimeters or over right now. So we're in a good place. It means we can do an extraction, get some good Aggies, and the next step is we're freezing the embryos right away, right? Can y'all talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So once the eggs are retrieved, we were hoping to do a fresh embryo creation cycle, meaning that nothing is frozen per se when the embryos are created, but like at the end of the day, our sperm is frozen because have to go through FDA testing and all that.
They said to unfreeze our sperm.
So our sperm has to be unfrozen. So they are gonna take the Aggies and they're gonna take the sperm. They're gonna do what they call ICSI, and I can't tell you what the acronym for ICSI is, but they're gonna take from Omar's sperm and my sperm, one good quality swimmer each. And they're going to put it in like a, petri dish, and then they're going to inject the sperm directly into the eggs. They are going to do that for 6. They're going to do 6 of Omar's sperm into 6 of Sam eggs, and same for me. 6 of my sperm into 6 of Sam eggs. Once they do that, they let it sit in a dish for 5 days. During those days, the embryo is developing, and
Are we getting your favorite word?
Yes.
This is
yes.
Keith is very adamant about this part of the process. He loves the name of this.
I love this word because it reminds me of Queen Latifah and Set It Off. And yes, so on the 5th day, the embryo becomes a blastocyst.
A what?
Blastocyst.
Oh my God.
So when it becomes a blastocyst, you can start seeing where the embryo is developed. You can see where the baby will be, and you can see where the umbilical cord will start to form. They take some of the cells from the umbilical cord, and they're going to do some testing to make sure that like the embryo has all of the correct amount of chromosomes. That takes about 2 weeks. They freeze the embryos at that point. And once they know which embryos have the highest grade, then that's when they'll be working with Ashley to put them inside her. They'll put in 2. They'll put in 1 from Omar and 1 from me. And hopefully we'll have twins.
Wait, so I have a question. This is just for me. Are they only putting 2 in, or because we're trying to get twins, do they put like 4 in, or is that shit dangerous? Because that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, Dr. Abbasi said that, like, technically, they shouldn't be putting in more than 2 because the goal is to at least have a baby. So they'll always put in 2, even if it's a single. But because Ashley's so young and we're young too, she believes that she'll be able to carry 2 babies to term. But she can't put in more than 2 because then she might have more than 2 babies.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I thought you were going to ask me to blastocyst. I was like, I got you.
What?
Yeah, no, just keep it. Just keep going.
No!
Let's keep going with the conversation.
I thought she was like, I got a question. I got a favor to ask.
You can say it again.
Blastocyst.
What did we say the name of the kid was going to be when we were in therapy? You had named the kid.
Shabambu Matata. Jenkins Hasan-Towery. Alizé.
Yeah, no.
I love Shabambu Matata. It has great elements of like, I like that Lion King movie, Matata.
Oh Lord.
And then
Oh my, like, what is happening? Let him know. What?
Shabambu. Shabambu from Don't Be a Menace to South Central or Drinking Your Juice to the Hood. That's my.
Was her name really Shabambu?
Her name. Well, so people think her name was Shabambu. Her friend was Shabambu. The one was like, ha ha ha. Yes, I do.
Oh, she was.
But
Shabambu.
not with you. Her name is not Shabambu. But people think her name is Shabambu. Her homegirl was Shabambu.
I know I don't have a say in the kid's name, but if you get an input, I'll go no. The hard no.
If you guys like Shabambu Matata, please click like and subscribe. Wait, can you subscribe on Instagram?
You're not naming the kid Shabambu. I can't even say it. Shabambu Matata.
That's gonna be her nickname, y'all.
It's not. It's just not. No.
See, like it's some hearts. Some hearts.
We're not doing it. My last question. At this point, we just talking. I'm able to pull some helpful information from this, but as y'all see, it's a lot of love happening here, a lot of excitement. My last question is if you can talk a little bit about, so one of the interesting things about this path that we're taking, there's a lot of interesting things happening here, alternative, different things happening here. One of the things that we continue to be reminded of is that I am going to be an active donor. And so can y'all talk a little bit about what that means for you and how, like, what has that looked like for us as we've been talking about how I'm going to continue to play a role in the baby's lives and what that means for y'all, what have been some like concerns or reservations, all of that stuff.
Oh, well, I'll talk about my first edition, first reservation. I'll talk about my first reservations and concerns. So Keith has handed me the phone directly, as you can see. Like, I was the main one that had reservations and concerns, and which I believe I would have for like anyone that's donating eggs or surrogate, being a surrogate for my potential child. Basically, I was afraid that Samantha was going to run off with my baby. And that's
it's like, hell no. She is not going to do those children.
I try to tell him.
Because Keith actually, I
try to tell him.
I want to say Keith came to me first and said that he would like Samantha to be involved. I think that's how that went. And so I basically was like, in my mind, I already thought about doing this process when I got married, but I was afraid of allowing the egg donor or surrogate to be in our lives like on a consistent basis, because I always looked at it like, well, this person is either carrying a child for a long period of time, so they might get super attached, or if they donate their eggs, they look like, or they feel like this is a part of me, So I was always afraid that person, whoever it is, might, if we allowed them to have access to our life like that, then they would, their feelings will only grow more and, potentially snatch our child. So.
Right. It's valid. Like, for real, that's valid. I'm not laughing.
But you know what? Since I've been talking to Samantha, as well as our surrogate, first of all, our surrogate, she is pretty much on a level of, well, this is your baby. This is your child. I'm carrying your child. This is your child. So I'm really comfortable on her side, And then talking to Samantha, I could just tell that she wants to be in a child's life because it is a part of her. It's a part of her, That's reality, And also, I just realized for myself, I didn't grow up with a father, so I know how it is to not know your parent, the other part of you, like biologically, the other part of you. So I don't want our kids to go through that. So I have become extremely comfortable now with Samantha being involved in our child's life and our children knowing her, and so that's all over now. But that's where I began, and this is where I am now. What was the other part that we were going to talk about just now?
But you kind of got there. But so those were the reservations. Thank you, Omar, so much for sharing. And so
Keith gave me the phone and walked away. He just gave me the phone and left.
Where'd he go? The other part was just like, what do you imagine it looking like with having an active, with me being involved? Like, what does that look like?
Well, your mama's found, and not to be all cliche, right? But it's literally like a village, Like, not only do we expect you to be involved, we expect the kids to call your mom grandma and your brother uncle and your sister auntie, all those things. We can't wait to send the kids with you for the weekend. We talked about doing like family dinner like once a week, which are really going to be family ordering Uber and eating around the kitchen counter.
Ain't none of us. I don't know about you, Omar, but I don't know Keith to be in the kitchen, and I'm in the kitchen right now, but I'm not cooking it.
We're going to figure that out.
that also like my mom is very much we getting my mom prepped right there, so expect Sam like my mom is gonna be acting like she your mama too. Like it's just full integration. I think it's gonna be great that the kids are gonna have family, and it's no diss to my family and my mom's side or my dad's side, but I've never, not until I got older, like I saw what a family could be on my dad's side because they're closer than what my mom is. But I just want them to have that family, and it's just who's better, like it's family. I don't know what else to say.
So I don't know if Sam has discussed this with you guys yet, but she is deciding on Mama Sam or something else. And she's not sure if Mama Sam means like grandma or old. So
Yeah, I don't know if I told you that me and Omar was talking. Shannon's on. Shannon, if you want to come up here and talk with us, you can.
Come on, Daddy. I don't know how to have you to join, but
I don't know how either. Let me see.
So you think Mama Sam sounds like an old lady?
Like mama. I don't know.
Hi, Sharon. Hi. I don't know how to do this. I've never been live before.
Do you think it sounds like an old lady?
I mean,
wait, where did
I don't know. So I wanted to be called Daddy.
Anymore either, but everyone else sees them for some reason.
That's weird.
Is she talking?
Yeah, you don't hear Shannon? Can you hear Shannon?
No. Mm-mm. I can't even see her.
What?
I see her.
Okay,
I see. She said hi, friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm sorry, y'all. We trying to figure this out. Oh, Samala. I kind of like that. Samala, like, I don't know. Keeping on my just because I can't see y'all. All right. Mama to me is like, I don't know, like a grandma or like because you hear like mom and mommy or like mummy. But I don't know. I just don't know.
You know what the hee-haw's gonna be like? What if like, because like we can't see Shannon and clearly she's on here right now with us. But what if like people were watching, they just saw you talking and they think you ain't talking to nobody?
I'm not talking to nobody.
What did them shots do to her?
For those of you who are watching, can y'all see everyone, or did you just see me?
No, I can see
we
both
see
of
you.
y'all. And now I can see.
And we see the messages coming in.
I see the messages. Why can't we see Shannon?
Shannon, can you see them now?
No, I just see a black dot, a black square where they should be.
Can you hear them?
Are they
We can kind of hear.
I just kind of heard somebody talk.
Hi. Can I open
Look at my
this?
phone.
Can you open this?
Hold on one second, baby.
Can you also see, can you also see Keith and Omar?
Somebody said we can see Shannon in here.
No.
Hey, Kawanza, we were doing good for a really long time.
It's me messing up the group.
I hope we were doing good.
Okay.
Because I think that we invisible to a lot of
Hi,
people when they think you just talking to
Hi.
yourself. Hi, Cairo. I can't see you. Oh, we can see her on his phone.
Yeah, same as real.
Oh.
All right, we'll figure it out. Oh, so they can see everyone. I'm not sure. Well, Shannon will just have to echo in the chat box. So, y'all, we've been talking for a really long time. I'm happy to continue to talk. Wait, is Omar, why are you trying to get on?
Well, because I think something is wrong with my phone, and we was able to see Shannon when he just joined your meeting.
All right. So wait, y'all are both there now? I can see you now. Before I couldn't see.
This is witchcraft.
It is. For those who are just tuning in, we had our shit together for a whole 40 minutes. We were asking questions, we were telling stories, and now the technology just has us messed up. But we were on, which I think is our favorite part, my favorite part. I can see them now. We were talking about what it means for us to be in this village together and how we're going to be mom and
Momentum.
I appreciate Patrice how you really up here trying to figure out these names. We're trying to figure out what should the babies call me. Shannon said we were late. We were late because Keith and Omar had to go buy the kids a broken iPad.
Yep, we want them to have the best of broken gear.
So we're trying to figure out what the kids will call me. We had originally said Mama Sam, which I do like. Like, that's cute, but it also makes me feel old. So looking for suggestions. But we are just talking about our expectations for when the kids are here. Shannon, don't judge. I need more than just question marks. When the kids are here, like,
She said Mama Sam sound like an old woman.
huh?
She said Mama Sam sound like an old woman name. How does that sound like an old woman name?
I don't know. It's just not. I don't know if it's cute. I don't know if it's sexy.
Oh. Well, maybe it's not sexy. But I didn't think that the names that the kids is gonna be calling you need to be. Yo, we had a whole ass conversation about this though. Like, I was like, I won't call you daddy ever again because, like, the kids are gonna say daddy, and that's just so weird. Like, no more daddy.
Wait, y'all be calling each other daddy?
I call him Papo. His nickname is Papo for me. But like, I might like joke and be like, "Hey, daddy," but I can't do that no more.
I mean, I feel you. I called y'all daddies right before we got on here, and I'm like,
Right. It's just so weird. And kids were like, "Daddy!" It was like, shut the. Anyway.
All right. What else do you want to talk about? What do the people want to know? There's like 7 of y'all just watching us be clowns right now, and I appreciate it. But we talked about a lot already. I don't know if y'all feel like there's anything else that we need to cover. Any curiosities that folk have about this process. I mentioned earlier, for those who are tuning in just now, we're really excited that it looks like the egg retrieval is going to happen on Monday or Tuesday. So we are on our way to getting these blastocysts happening and getting another woman pregnant, which we're all really excited about doing.
Yeah.
Get her pregnant.
Yeah, we should probably figure out also the language we have been using throughout this is probably not the best language.
I mean, you act like this is on the internet or something.
Right. But we about to get this woman pregnant. And I'm really excited about it. I didn't think that was going to be a part of my path.
I love it. I love that we have a baby mama that we get along with.
Right.
All right. I appreciate y'all. I don't know. I feel like we gave people way too much information.
This was fun. I like this. Omar was talking about he wanted to start recording our journey too, so we might have to do something similar. Figure this out. But thank you so much for inviting us on your channel today, Sam.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for trusting me, for allowing me to be a part of your village. Yes, Shannon wants to be friends with all of us soon.
They're doing.
Yeah, let's be friends. We already friends. Shit. I mean, shoot.
Shannon, for those of you all who don't know who Shannon is, she is going to be the stepdad.
Hey, stepdaddy.
We're working on her name too, but like the stepdad. So whole village over here. But I'm probably gonna pull out some of the nuggets that we actually did drop. I promise there were nuggets in this conversation. I'm gonna pull out some of those nuggets and make some videos around it. But absolutely appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching, for all the love and support you've been offering throughout this journey. I really thank you all for the energy that you've been given and making sure cheering on my 80s so that they were growing and so that I can remain healthy for this egg retrieval that's coming up. So I'll be on in the next couple of days, making videos, continuing to give y'all updates on how things are progressing. I am going to start a new medication in the next couple of days, and there's a trigger shot, one of which goes into my booty, and so that is not fun. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it's also not fun. It's a part of the journey, so I'm going to share it with y'all. But yeah, good night. Happy Friday. I hope all of y'all enjoy your weekend. Are y'all still on? Because I can hear y'all, but I'm going to go off.
Oh, we on. Bye. We just letting you close it out.
Bye, everybody.
All right, what y'all want to
Bye, y'all. Thank y'all again. Like and subscribe to Samantha's page. Hit the bell for alerts.
Like and subscribe.
Continue to send her tons of baby mama names so she can decide.
Yeah, that too. I appreciate that. Do y'all know y'all daddy?
Oh, somebody. Shannon said this is for OnlyFans. I mean,
Oh my
I think it's the booty shot, the one that goes in my butt.
oh, okay. I mean, hey, we do need some money. So.
Because this ain't cheap.
Subscribe.
Right.
Pay and subscribe. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
So when we decided, we're still actually discussing that to see who wants to be called what. I think that I'm actually growing to be okay with daddy, but I think mine was dad before.
Originally, mine was dad. And
Oh,
then,
his is dad. Okay.
Then he wanted to be daddy at one point, and I was like, "Daddy's just so weird. Why don't you just take dad?"
I really think
So-
Omar should be daddy-o.
You know, you're the second person that's crazy. She's the second person to say
It sounds
daddy.
like somebody is like from the 50s.
That sounds like a 1990s
Like,
rapper.
hey, daddy-o. That sounds cool.
It's like Jackie O's father.
Okay, no.
Jackie O dad got a contract. His name is Daddy O.
I'm just saying, I like it. I like it. Shannon's hating. All right.
Hey, big time man. You talking about you want to be friends?
Right. All
All right.
y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, how do you hang up from this?
Bye.